Hey guys, welcome to my planty front porch. It's a beautiful July day today. It's pretty warm, it's like mid 80s, and it has been very rainy lately, so it's been very humid as a result, and my plants have been loving it. I have a lot of new growth happening, and I have to do some watering for sure today. And I realized it's been a while since I showed you kind of what I've done with my porch for the summer. So I thought I would take you with me. So we're gonna start watering, and then I'll give you a little tour. I think the most exciting thing on this porch right now, if you can't see it, is that my elbow Monstera finally put out a new leaf for the first time in nearly 2 years. I have a video on my channel. I converted this beast of a root system into leca probably about 6 months ago, and nothing, no change, nothing. And I was actually thinking about taking it out of the leca and kind of looking at the roots and cleaning them off when I realized I had this new little guy coming. So it's great, and I'm gonna leave him alone for a little while. He's smaller than the rest of the leaves, but that's okay because I'm just happy it's growing again. And it looks like it's gonna be a beautiful leaf. So that's exciting. I'll show you here in a little bit. But first, it's time to do some watering. I love this porch so much. I like to give my ferns a pretty strong beating with the water. It keeps them moist and humid, and it kind of knocks off any dead growth. So I really give them a good soak on the leaves and in the soil. I'm shocked how well ferns do here in New York. I've never been able to keep Boston ferns alive in the house, but out here on the porch we have them every year, and they get huge. I just water them really, really well a couple times a week. I've never figured out a way to overwater them, and they love it. And I think it gives like a little New Orleans feel to New York. So I love them. Everybody gets a good leaf wash and soak about once a week out here. But let's just take a moment to appreciate this new leaf. Look at this little baby. It's gonna be so pretty. It's about freaking time. So this guy's in leca. I add some nutrients, just as I would with any other plant in leca. And you can see it needs a little tiny bit of water. I'm gonna wash off the leaves, but I'm gonna be gentle. There's plenty of resources online if you are curious about plants in leca. I've got several as well if you want to check that out. So let's make our way over here. All right, on to the other side. Sometimes you have to untangle these a little bit. They get all wrapped up in themselves. And they need a little bit of a haircut. Can we talk about this giant Monstera? I know they get big and that's what we all want. This thing is crazy. I've actually got it stacked in 2 layers, I'll show you. But it's putting out huge new leaves and I kind of love it, but I don't know how much more massive I can take it. I'll show you guys in a minute. Whew, it is humid. Can't tell if I'm sweating or if it's spray from the hose. Probably both. Can you see those 2 little frogs just chilling out in our pond? We don't have any fish in the pond. Last year we had fish and they kept disappearing. And when I cleaned the pond, I discovered a huge snake was living in it and eating all my fish. So no fish. But the frogs love it. So cute. Whew, it's a steamy one today. I'm gonna give you a little quick tour, show you what's going on. And I noticed some yellow leaves as I was watering, so we'll just do a little trim up as we go. I'm gonna do a garden tour video for you guys here in the near future. Look at my little garden out there. It's got a lot of stuff happening, but that'll be for another video if you guys are interested. My little philodendron painted lady here. Was not loving the winter inside so much, but definitely coming back now. I actually chopped it up and did a bunch of propagations, and now I have a lot of new growth happening. So that's exciting. This is the one everybody wants to see. I did kind of already show you, but this new leaf is worth checking out again. This is the one and only leaf it ever gave me, and that was in November, almost 2 years ago. And then it did nothing. Except for turn brown a little bit at some of the tips. That seems to have stopped since I put it in LECA, if you're curious. But no new leaves until this week. So I have a bunch of stuff happening here. I'm not going to name all the plants because there's so many videos and I've already done that. But I just noticed a bird was trying to make a nest in here. Birds lay nests in my plants every year. It's really annoying. But there's no eggs in that one and I haven't seen a bird in it, so maybe it abandoned ship. So I got this Hoya like 2 years ago from Andrew for my birthday, and I kind of have always sucked at them and they never do anything except die. This was much bigger before, but it's starting to put out new growth, which is exciting. Some little tetrasperma propagations. These are in LECA. Some Hoya. Some of the plants I got at Equigenera. This is an King Anthurium, Anthurium veitchii. Not the happiest, but it's fine. This damn Stromanth triostars. I think these are some of the prettiest plants in the world. I have had many. I killed them all. This one likes being on the porch. See all the new growth with the humidity? It looks very sad compared to the way it used to, but this is I can't remember. I got a glorious and a majestic, and this is one of them. I think it's the majestic, which is growing in LECA. A little variegated Hoya compacta back there. This is my philodendron ring of fire in self-watering. As I'm going, I'll show you guys. Most of these plants have drainage at the bottom. I've just removed the drainage tray. Not all of them do though, so after I water I just give it a little bit of time and then I dump out the ones that don't have, that are in a cache pot. These are in self-watering and I can tell this one's a little bit full, but you can just pop this inner one out and drain some of that water too, which I will. These what do you call them? Desert roses. I bought like 5 from Texas last year. They all hate me, but I keep trying. And this guy I've chopped and propped several times. I'm just gonna get rid of that little yellow leaf if I can do it one-handed. Yep, apparently I can. Little Adansonii, one of my Monsteras. I've talked about this Monstera so many times. He's been through the ringer, but he likes the porch. I don't like this leaf. And I don't like this leaf. So we'll get rid of those. And let him try to grow some more. Bought all these Talavera pots in New Mexico some time ago. Apparently they're not really outside proof because this one has just cracked and chipped, which is sad because it's cute, so I don't have anything in it right now. But anyway, guess I can speed things up. But this guy, I've been working hard to make him grow upright, and he seems to be doing that for the most part, so that's fun. Like our doormat. And I think this is my glorious. The other one is the majestic. I think he's doing pretty well. He's got new growth coming. I love this guy. He didn't really like coming out on the front porch. I may have taken him out a little too early, but he's pretty big and he's recovered pretty well. This is one of my favorites from Equigenera, Anthurium falcatum. I like the shape of these. They look kind of funny. And this leaf just came out a couple weeks ago, and it came out as this tiny little thing, and it just grew and grew and grew. I don't think it's done yet. It's amazing how they do that. A little variegated peace lily from California. My variegated string of hearts is actually thriving. I've had lots of strings of things and I always kill them. But this one seems to be the easiest of them all, so check it out if you want. There's another tetrasperma propagation in soil. I wanted to kind of compare how they do, and the one in Lecca seems to be doing better. This little tiny dancer has a yellow leaf. Oops, I should rotate him. They grow toward the sun. Can you guys see that? So then when you turn them, they're facing away from you, but I'll just rotate him. Where the heck are my scissors? Forgot those. Alright, let me give this guy a trim real quick, and then I'll show you my albo syngonium over there, which looks a little bit sad. I'm gonna leave this guy kind of rotated this way. Move my aloe. Look at this little friendship happening between the aloe and the Monstera. Sorry, you're breaking up. Alright. Albo syngonium. I put him in Lecca. I think some of these leaves didn't have any nodes on them, and they're looking a little bit sad. He also may be getting a little too much water, but he's got new growth coming. Look at that new leaf, that's pretty. So I think he's working towards being more stable. That one's really pretty too. But I'm just gonna get rid of these yellow ones because they do not sport joy. Ooh, do you have a node there? I'm gonna cut this one right about. Sorry, you can't see. About there. And this guy. See? It never happened. Yeah, if you rotate it this way, it looks a little bit better. Oh, I'm tipping over. See? I think he's got a little excess water, but he'll be okay. Check out this Monstera. Let me move my aloe back so I don't step on it. Okay. Some of these new leaves are just absolutely perfect. New guy coming out here. Anybody else love Monsteras after you've just watered them and washed them off and they're dripping? Or is that just me? I say this is the most perfect new leaf ever. Look at that. It's got the double fenestrations happening. Came out a couple weeks ago. Oh, there's another new leaf. This guy, can you see in there? He's double. It's two plants. But they got so unruly that I just stuck one pot on top of the other one, which is why it's so tall. I love the aerial roots. And I don't rotate them. I kind of like when they, oops, bumping into a fern. I kind of like when they grow with their leaves all facing forward. It's an aesthetic decision. I approve of my own aesthetic decision. Look at these leaves. They're just so pretty. Look at the little ones. Anyway, alright, so what else can I show you? My friend Steve gave me a little spider plant propagation. I've never actually had one before. This is another, I think, majestic. It was like a node, actually, and I just stuck it in some soil, barely, and it's growing. New growth all over the place. I love the shape of these leaves. They're so cool. Some more Hoya. Here's a little update on my Thai constellation. This one was tissue culture. I got it quite some time ago, 8 or 9 months. It was teeny tiny and it had more leaves. As it's grown though, I've just trimmed off some of the smaller leaves that were not looking as nice. And this guy is looking pretty great. And he's been absolutely, completely grown in leca. Really excited. I don't think I see any new leaves coming yet, but very exciting stuff. My Syngonium aurea is looking really good too. I have a little brown patch here, but I got new growth coming. She's really pretty. Amanda gave me this variegated heartleaf philodendron. I think it was one leaf. I think it was this leaf. And it's growing and growing. The leaves are smaller, but it's growing. It's really pretty. Look at that leaf. Super pretty. Variegated whale fin. I love this plant. I think he might get a little bit too much water out here, but I like him. And then these are some of my plants I have had upstairs forever and neglected them, so I brought them out here and they seem to be doing pretty well. I love this glory, what are you? Glorious? I have a video. I potted this up in self-watering on a little wooden plank, which is only like a foot tall, and it's just grown and grown and grown and grown. And I really like that it just kind of climbs up in the corner there on a little stump. And what else do I have? My white wizard is doing pretty well. Let me set him down so I can show you. He is putting out bigger and bigger leaves. Are you dirt or are you an ant? I think you're an ant. But I really like how he's doing. I've said in other videos I don't really like the growth habit of this type of philodendron, but I like the white wizard, so I rotate him as often as I can so he kind of grows straight upright. This is my Florida, I can't remember, ghost, I believe. Also starting to put out a bunch of new growth. This is my Epipronum albo, and this might be my current favorite plant. The leaves are so pretty. It's putting out a ton of new growth. Look at the little baby fenestrations. It is supposed to be like that. And a new leaf coming out here. And they're just so pretty. Each leaf is like a painting. Look at that. I wish I could do a thumbnail. Maybe I can crop my face onto that leaf. That'd be a cute thumbnail. Or maybe not, but anyway. It's got a long runner happening here with more new growth. So, yeah. I guess that's about it for the tour. This is my Queen Anthurium, which somebody I think is eating her. Some little outside bug. Or ate her a while ago, but I think she'll recover. So, under here I just have some little propagations going. Alright, so that's my planty porch update from July. I'm like dripping. It's very humid. Guys, I lived in Texas for 10 years. I can handle 85 degrees, but ooh, it's just humid. Look, I'm like, gross. TMI, did not need to show that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my little tour. Let me know if you have any questions. Do you guys know what these are? These are called ristras. They're from New Mexico. They're chilies from New Mexico. And they dry them and they hang them all over the place in New Mexico. I have 2. I love them. I was actually born in New Mexico. We left when I was a little baby, but I love New Mexican culture and I love having these ristras. And I think they kind of offset all the greenery. So that's it. Thanks for hanging out. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I have lots of other things I want to show you guys out on my property this summer. Leave a comment below if you have any questions or if there's anything you'd like to see in particular. And you can follow us on Instagram if you want. I'm Nika Sarwata. We are Urban Farm Boys. Urban Farm Boys doesn't post as often, but I post on Instagram like every day. So I'm gonna go get in the pool. I should show you what I have going on in the back. We'll save that for another video too, and I'll be doing a garden tour. So that's it for today. Hope you're having a lovely July and a nice summer. And until next time, take care, guys.